What's going on, internet land? Alright, so I'm going to tell you a quick little story. I won't get this video going on for too long. Well, last August, I was sort of like scratching my head. Like I was coming out of like this like kind of dark time in my life, and I was scratching my head, going, like this didn't seem to be working, for whatever reason. So and then it dawned on me like, hey, you know what? You don't have to wait for some miraculous event to take place in order to freaking start exercising physically on a daily basis, in order for you to start eating right and actually start taking care of yourself. The story going on in my head was, yeah, you know, once I'm hitting my goals, or once I'm hitting my targets, then I'm gonna start working out on a regular basis. Like once I'm like healthy, I'm gonna start eating right, which is sort of like messed up, right? So it was around last August. I was like, all right, I'm gonna freaking get back in shape, and then on Christmas, or which is on Christmas Eve, I made a decision to start exercising regularly on a daily basis. Back to my story. so um what I would do is at first, but before someone introduced me to Tony Horton, I decided, I'm like, all right, I gotta start with doing. Like, I gotta start with something, right? So I started doing push-ups. I started doing like 1,000 push-ups in the morning, 100 pull-ups, and then I was like, my thing was like, you know, I'm gonna have to freaking get in some cardio in order for this to work. So I would walk a mile, and then and then everybody has dogs. Everybody has dogs, there's this one part in the neighborhoods where there's this like crazy dog, and every single time I would walk by, like he would start barking all crazy, and I was like, what, like how can you hear me coming? There's no way this dog can freaking hear me coming from, because it's like the tall walls and stuff. There's like, what he heard me coming, right? So the next day, I already know where the dog is, scary dog. The next day, I pick up a rock, while I'm like when I'm getting to that section, uh, and the dog can, like, he can sense it, like he backed off all of a sudden, and I was like, what? What the hell? The dog didn't know what the hell I was gonna do with it. He thought I was gonna freaking like throw it at his face or something. So the next day, as I'm going to walk the mile, I know where the dog is, and it worked. Like the first time I picked up a rock, and the dog backed off. So the second time, I go and I pick up another rock, and the dog can like sense it. Huh? Like he backs off. Like the dog backs, like he leaves me alone. I'm like, what? Like, it's like the dog can't hear me coming. He can't see me coming. He see, hear, touch, taste, and like the dog. There's no way he freaking heard me coming. So I started scratching my head, going, all right, how is that even possible? But the dog can sense me coming. Like he can feel it. The clever dog can feel me coming. It's been quite right. Peanut, it's already day number 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 53, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 63, 163 days of P90X. So, here's an idea, like, I want to invite you to consider. We've all heard of the book Think and Grow Rich. Yes, Think and Grow Rich. Uh, one of the things that nobody sort of reveals, although I may be wrong, is that the big secret in the book um, is that you have to exercise physically on a daily basis, on a regular basis, and you don't have to wait for some miraculous event to take place in order for that to occur. Um, that's how all of the freaking football players in the NBA, the football players, yeah, that's how all the football players in the NFL do it. That's how all the basketball players in the NBA do it. It's merely a decision. That's how all the baseball players in the MLB and Major League Baseball do it. It's a decision. That's how the president of your country does it. It's a decision.